So were any of you eyewitness to Will McIntyre write his name on the lineup card today?
No witnesses, but I did notice, so like we kind of filled it out with like red, and the only name that was on there was black, or the only other name that like was different color was McIntyre's, and it was black. So we knew he did that, but you know, he's just a competitor, and that's the type of guy he is. So
did it mean anything extra to you this week playing LSU, just given, growing up there?
yeah, for sure. I'm just super blessed and super grateful, and Easter weekend, just super grateful and blessed from my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and for what He's done to me, and the platform that He's given me to play at this level and stuff. It's been awesome, and the environment this weekend was awesome. But credit to these guys and our team for being able to go out there and sweep those guys. They have a really good team, and they're well coached. So definitely a little bit extra juice, but I'm just super proud of the guys.
And then for you and Ty, if you'd answer it, ask Dave about this. Just the fact that you guys answer so quickly, it seems like, when you get down in these games. What's it say about the?
Yeah, like Coach Van Horn said, it's a sign of a great team. We're able to respond really quickly. It doesn't matter if we're top of the order, bottom of the order. We got guys that can bang the ball around the yard. So just up and down, really strong lineup, and anyone can go off at any time.
Yeah, just kind of to piggyback off Ty, we feel like, our pitching staff, they're incredible and they do a phenomenal job and stuff. And, sometimes stuff doesn't go our way. Guys will score some runs against us, and that we feel like we need to pick them up every now and then. And I think we've done a good job of that. And I don't feel like this team gets rattled. Like when we're down, we don't kind of like go into like the trap of like, oh, it's like, we need to score. We have to get it back. We just kind of stay relaxed, stay loose, and just, have quality at bats and just stack them.
So do you think, 4 pitches is all you needed to get out of that first inning when you came in? What was working for you? And just Will has talked about how he kind of likes pitching with runners on base. Do you share that sentiment at all? What's it like kind of, being thrust into a high leverage situation like that?
I would agree with Mac. I kind of like it. Because as a pitcher, sometimes you can come in and almost be not fully locked in, and not necessarily go on cruise control, but you're not fully focused on making one pitch at a time, and you can get to start thinking ahead. But with runners on, you got to come in and you have to make every single pitch, and it's one pitch at a time. In that situation, I came in and I kind of knew what my job was. It's not to come in and strike out the side or just be flashy. It's just to execute pitches and try and get us off the field, get the momentum back into our dugout, and then let our offense do their thing.
And Ty, your playing time at the beginning of the year, maybe a little up and down, in and out of the lineup, but 3 straight starts this weekend. I think you had a handful of RBIs all weekend. Just how good are you feeling? How good is it to kind of be settling in right now and making a big impact here in the SEC?
Yeah, so certainly any way you can help the team win, you're going to feel good about it. We got a ton of great guys in the roster. It doesn't matter who we throw in there, me or somebody else. We got tons of dudes that can really play ball. And obviously it feels good to come through right there. Credit to Edmondson today. He had a heck of a game. Hit 3 for 3, I think, with a walk, and seemed like every time I came up, he was on base. So props to him for setting the table and getting things started for me and Stove to come up and collect a few RBIs here and there.
Koty, if you could think back to your true freshman year, do you think your first career outing, you would have been ready to face a guy like Tommy White for your first ever at-bat as a college pitcher?
Absolutely not.
What'd you make of the way Hunter Dietz was able to kind of handle the fire he was thrown into today?
That's a pretty big spot to come in as a freshman, but I talked to some guys in the dugout, and what a better spot to be in. Like as a freshman, if I would have been told I was going to go in against Tommy White, as a competitor, I would love that for sure. Just what a great introduction to college baseball for him, and he handled it really well. I know like his stat line may not show it, but he threw the ball exceptionally well, and he's going to be a big piece for us moving forward.
Hey, obviously your numbers all across the board are up, from your first 2 years, but your power numbers in particular, like way up. Do you think there's been any like change in either your swing or mentality that's kind of led to such a big drastic jump up?
Yeah, I just kind of like what I always say, just like me being older. I come in here as a freshman, and it's a lot, like playing in front of 11,000 people. It's a lot. And so, just maturing and obviously like just being healthy, man. I feel great. And, not trying to do too much, like just take what they're giving me and, you know, hitting it to all parts of the field. I think that's the biggest thing that, you know, this year that I felt like that I've done, well so far on is just like staying like up the middle, the other way. And, it's been awesome, man. But, you know, I think just kind of, like I said, like maturing and being healthy are the two biggest things.
You know, I think I've asked you about this maybe a couple of years ago, but LSU, I know they had the coaching change, but did they recruit you very hard?
They did not, I didn't get an offer or anything from them.
Does that add to the juice you were talking about?
For sure. You know, this is always a big series for me, you know, the third year and just kind of like play with a little chip on my shoulder, obviously different coaching staff and stuff, but you know, that their coach Jay Johnson, he's a great coach and they have a great squad, but you know, definitely like growing up, kind of watching them and stuff. It was extra sweet this weekend to be able to go out there and for us to sweep.
I guess you took the throw for the final out on the line drive. I mean, just maybe you just kind of go through that play because you think White might almost hit a home run, then you know then he still hits the ball really hard on the line drive. But you guys get the double play and end the game. What was going through your mind there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's kind of the spot they wanted to be in. You know, he's one of the best hitters in the country, if not the best one. And so, you know, kind of when he hit it, I, you know, kind of just broke to the bag and there's kind of like, it's kind of hard to see like if, you know, say Sprague's throwing it on a double play or something. And so like when I got to the bag, I was like, just don't miss this, like please catch it just because it's like kind of hard to see with the fans and stuff. But it was pretty cool. It was awesome to be able to go out there and to close the game like that. So, you know, like I said, credit to our team and, you know, I'm super proud of our guys.
Cody, the bullpen really had a big weekend. I know bullpen's been pretty strong all year, but just what'd you think of the way the bullpen performed this weekend?
Extremely proud of him for sure. We talked last week. We had too many free passes, and that was Hobbs's challenge to us this week was just to go on the attack, kind of like we'd been doing all year up until that weekend. And I think we answered the call. That doesn't mean we can take time off though. We got to keep answering that call every game.
And Ty, you had a pretty good game the other night, and really the bottom of the order, the bottom half of the order came through, had a pretty good weekend. Just what do you think about maybe the depth that shows with the lineup, and it wasn't just you, it was several guys.
Right, yeah, like I said, top to bottom of the lineup is extremely deep, and we even got guys on the bench that I think could easily break into the lineup. There's a ton of great hitters, and we all feed off each other. Hitting's contagious. We always say that top of the order is hitting, the bottom order is going to hit, and so on and so forth. So yeah, a lot of great hitters, and I'm excited to keep this thing rolling.
So, and this is a question for any of you. Will McIntyre threw 62 pitches last Thursday, and throws 24 today. What do y'all think? For any of you, what do y'all think of his work ethic, and if y'all think if he's that guy?
He's unbelievable. You know, there's not very many guys that will go out there and do that, and he just puts the team first for himself. Like I think that's really what it shows. He's a team guy. Guys on the team love him. He's a great teammate, and you know when he goes out there, we trust him a lot. He's a older guy, experienced dude, and you know I think it's just a testament to how hard he works. Super hard worker, and you know there's it's not easy sometimes like to want to be the guy, and he wants to be the guy every single time he goes out, and you know I'm super proud of him, and you know he's a great competitor.
Cody, I guess, you know, the catchers, Hudson and Ryder, you know, big SEC series, just what's it been like throwing to them, you know, really throughout the entire season?
Yeah, so at the very start, when I came back off of rehab, me and Hudson and Ryder, we did not click at all. I'm a guy that doesn't pitch very typically. So there was a lot of shaking off, but once we got on the same page, now we're starting to click way better. I don't have a preference to either one. Either one of them's great players, defensively, offensively, it doesn't matter. I love having those guys on the dish, and you can even throw Parker Rowland in there. Like that dude caught me all last year before I got injured, and he's a great dude behind the dish as well. I mean, either one of those guys, they're great dudes. They work hard, and I don't know if you saw the video last night of the celebration with Hudson White. Ryder was one of the guys that dumped the ice bucket on him. And like, that just speaks a lot of this team. Like those two guys are fighting to be the starter of this team. But here's Ryder not starting that game, and he's celebrating the guy who started over him.
He also ripped the shirt off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that something that always, is it just that takes time with any catcher that you've always thrown with, that it kind of takes a few outings and a few bullpens to kind of get
Yeah, it
acclimated?
definitely does. Pretty much any new catcher I've ever had, we kind of have some issues first couple outings with me shaking off pitches, and then once we get on the same page, they understand what kind of pitcher I am.
For Ty, Dave was talking last night about some of the things they've done with Edmondson from a base running perspective. So he had the score last night, and then obviously ran the bases well in that inning where he scored today. Being a good base runner yourself, what are your thoughts? And maybe can you go in depth on what's been worked on?
Yeah, Edmondson he saved my at bat right there. I mean, I tap a ball back to the pitcher and he gets me a hit by beating that ball there to home. I know Tommy White was playing a little bit off the bag, so he was able to get a further primary lead, and obviously got a great secondary and saved my butt right there. But yeah, we've been working on the bases throughout batting practice and stuff. Just running hard, taking good turns, good angles around the bases, and it's a testament to his hard work and the way he plays the game.
Peyton, every year since you've been here, you've beaten the previous year's national champion. Is there something about these series that brings the best out of you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, I didn't even know that till you just said it. I think, Coach Van Horn does a very good job with us. It's like, we got 30 of these, treat them all the same. Just because it's a top 5 matchup or a top 10 matchup, like they all count the same. And so I think we've done a really good job of like doing that. Just staying within ourselves, not trying to make it bigger than it is. But I mean, honestly, man, no. We just kind of take it game by game, pitch by pitch, and I think that's why we've had some success.
So guys,